If you had any doubt that we weren't already living in a fascist regime, I want to introduce you to DHS watchlist.com. If you're aware of who the Heritage Foundation is or what the Heritage Foundation is, it is a conservative think tank that influences many of the Trump administration's policies and most notably is responsible for creating Project 2025. The Heritage Foundation is also responsible for running DHSwatchlist.com. Essentially, this is their attempt at monitoring immigration officials' activity and putting them on a watch list contrary to, American ideals or whatever their white nationalistic ideals are. If you go on their website, you'll see on their drop-down menu, there is a selection for targets. That's right. They use the word targets. This sounds like something coming out of Venezuela or Cuba, right? For people trying to monitor individuals in government positions that aren't falling in line with their policy or opinions. Now, of course, the Heritage Foundation isn't directly part of the government, but what we know is that it has greatly influenced Donald Trump's administration and Donald Trump himself. And there are many ties to the Heritage administration or the Heritage Foundation in our current administration. So this is the watch list or the targets on this DHS watch list. And I'm going to go into some of them. This is Colleen Zengo Tita Bengoa. She is a senior advisor for humanitarian affairs at USCIS. And now some of the reasons that DHS watch lists name as a reason that Colleen is an enemy of the state is literally, and I kid you not, you can check this on the website yourself, her commitment to anti-racism. She helped lead mass Ukrainian refugee program, so people affected by the Ukraine-Russia war. She made social media posts in support of left-wing agenda and in resistance to Trump. And essentially, has left-wing ideologies. So she is on the top 10, most watched on the website. Next, we have Wilson Osorio, Associate Counsel at USCIS. Some of the reasons named by them that he is a target is that he used to work for Senator Dick Durbin on his social media. He posts success stories of immigrants in the United States. And again, seems to be pro-immigration, which seems like a good thing if you work for USCIS. We also have on this list Judge Jennifer Payton out of the Chicago Immigration Court, perhaps my favorite judge to practice in front of because I know she will be fair. Some of the reasons stated for her being on the watch list is she made a $5 donation to Biden for president in 2020. She helped coach law students in preparing people for credible fear interviews, and again, generally having left-wing ideologies. Now, there are a lot more targets on this list. My point is this. The Heritage Foundation is very closely tied to the Trump administration. They have publicly put in the public's eye these individuals working for the government that are quote-unquote targets. If this isn't an attack of our democracy, of our right to free speech, freedom of beliefs, right? Then I don't know what is. Please share this video. This should be alarming to anybody that watches this because this can go both ways. So even if you're a Trumper, if we allow this type of behavior, right, that means another administration can target you at some point. We should have our freedom of beliefs, our freedom of speech, and be able to hold our current positions and represent people across the board in government. Anyway, share this video. This is super alarming. This is the beginning of a fascist regime.